And we're live. I'm a professional software engineer. I've been working in the industry for the last 8 years, mostly doing full stack work. So that means working on websites, kind of web front ends, specifically in React. Back ends, I use JavaScript, TypeScript, Node. And then on the infrastructure side, largely AWS. And recently I've been working on learning game development and have been documenting my journey through that via streaming. And so for the last 20 days, I think I've streamed almost every day, like maybe 17 or 18 of those 20 days, and just been focusing on learning Godot, which is an open source game engine. And yeah, so the way I usually start this out is I show you what I've been working on. Got a relatively simple main menu where you can continue, start a new game, and load a game. You can see all the save files. You can delete those save files, load a specific one if you want. I'm going to start a new game, so we get dropped down into a top-down view of a player that you can control with your mouse and keyboard at the moment. And the direction that they're facing is based on where the mouse input, based on where your mouse is. The red polygon triangle that you see on the screen is a debug value, debug polygon, as are the blue values here. So the basic premise of this playground that I've created so far is that you can't see any of the zombies or eventually anything unless you have the flashlight turned on. So when you turn your flashlight on, then you can see the zombies. You can shoot them, they die. I've created an inventory system, and recently we've been working on a weapon inventory system, so being able to drag and drop into a different section on the player inventory to actually assign which weapon and ammo you're going to be using. I've created a dual inventory, so you can drag and drop things between a zombies inventory and your own. I've also added stacking items. So in this case, I dragged foo onto foo and it stacked, and now it says 54. I'll do the same for rifle ammo onto rifle ammo here. So it should be at 102. And then lastly, weapons go in the inventory as well, but I'm gonna again start moving them into this area up here for ammo and weapons. So that's kind of the gist of the things I've built. I've also built a chunking system and a save system, so as you move around, zombies and other things get loaded in and out. So what I'm going to be focusing on this stream is improving the player weapon system. I mostly have it working, but need to work out a few issues in kind of how I'm doing everything, and to just make it a little bit cleaner, because right now it feels a little chaotic to me. So just gonna be working on that mainly. So where I kind of left off was that we're in the player weapon inventory UI here, and right now I'm statically defining a weapon section and an ammo section. So you can't like drag ammo into weapon and weapon into ammo or any other item into one of these two slots. The piece that's tripping me up a bit is let's see if we can figure out what it was again. Well, first of all, there's a bug when we drag like the rifle and the ammo into the correct weapon slots. If you reopen the inventory, it disappears. So we need to link the player's weapon inventory to the actual inventory itself. So I think I'd started by creating, attaching a script to the player weapon inventory. But even before we get there, in the generic inventory, we probably need to keep track of the weapon inventory also, or maybe we don't actually. It all depends on what I want, because I've created this generic inventory to be reusable across NPCs and player characters. And so I'd like whatever functionality is in here to apply everywhere. At the moment, zombies have no need to store weapons or shoot or anything like that. So I'm trying to decide if I should store kind of the weapon inventory within the generic inventory here. The benefit is that you can store weapons in like zombie, well, I guess if I'm going to reuse inventories for like chests and other buildings and stuff, then I don't necessarily want the weapon inventory to be part of that. So I'm actually thinking that I'm not going to attach a weapon inventory to a regular inventory. So that'll stay separate. So if we go to the player, we're just automatically adding some things to the inventory to just for debug and testing. So we're storing the weapon inventory here. And the reason why the weapon inventory isn't persisting in the UI, even if it is persisting on the player, is because we're not passing it in when we say like inventory UI. We're not passing in a weapon inventory here. And I'm actually realizing we might not even want to do that, because not every NPC will need to store this. So maybe, so we have the player weapon inventory, which is being shown here in inventory UI. It's part of this. So maybe, let's see. I guess it could be null, and if we pass in a null weapon inventory, then maybe we just hide the weapon inventory. You know, probably the easiest thing to do right now is just to say every inventory has a weapon inventory, and that way we don't need all these edge cases for NPCs not having weapons or whatnot. So that means that we should put it on the inventory itself. So weapon inventory, we'll say get, return weapon inventory, and set weapon inventory equals WI. So when we initialize the inventory, so when we initialize the inventory, we should also initialize a blank weapon inventory. So here we can say equals weapon inventory.new. And that should be fine, because then equipped weapon and equipped ammo will just be null, which is expected. it looks like my stream is having some issues right now. Is that true? It looks like it's dropping a bunch of frames. Oh my god, we're dropping most frames. What's happening? One sec. Okay, I think we should be good now. Yeah, okay, we're not dropping any more frames. I don't know why my computer connected to a different Wi-Fi, but it did. And that Wi-Fi doesn't have great latency, doesn't have great upload speeds. So here we are, now we're back. So we'll initialize a weapon inventory in inventory. We'll need a way to I guess actually that's all we need to do because everything is self-contained within weapon inventory here. So we'll just access it with self.inventory.weapon-inventory now. Which is fine. So let's get rid of the weapon inventory on the player itself because we don't need that. I think we're actually probably... So now we want to say self.inventory.weapon-inventory, self.inventory.weapon-inventory. Cool. So now we can delete that. And that means every time you're passing in an inventory somewhere, it should already have a weapon inventory. So if we go back to the inventory UI, we should be able to initialize weapon inventory UI scene with the correct thing. So I'm realizing I named this player weapon inventory UI. And now I want to rename it as just weapon inventory UI. And I want to do the same here. So let's rename this to just a weapon inventory UI. And same here, and I think this might break some stuff. So let's back out of here, open up a weapon inventory item. Oh wait, I guess I'd already no, never mind. It just moved around. Okay, so we have weapon inventory UI opened up here. So this needs to take in a weapon inventory, just of type weapon inventory. So we want to assert that, oh, I should also do this in the regular inventory. So we want to assert that WI is a weapon inventory and is not null. Weapon inventory must exist when passing to weapon inventory UI, and then we'll set weapon inventory equal to WI. Cool. So now we'll want to grab the weapon and ammo scenes here. We'll say weapon inventory item scene. Let's see, outer weird outer container slash, oh, there we go, slash weapon, and then we'll do the same for the ammo. Cool. And so when we're ready here, we want to say let's open this up real quick. What are we doing here? So we'll initialize this with a stackable inventory item. Hold on a second. Okay, equipped ammo is a stackable inventory item, so weapon will just have to convert into that, but that's okay. So we'll say, we'll just assert that, weapon inventory item scene does not equal null. Weapon inventory item scene can't be null. We'll do the same for ammo. And we'll want to assign things properly here. So for the weapon, we need to create a new stackable weapon item, which is of type stackable inventory item, which equals stackable inventory item dot new. And then we initialize it with an item and an int. What is the int for again? Oh, the amount. Okay, so we'll initialize it with self dot weapon inventory dot equipped weapon with 1. And then we say weapon inventory item scene dot initialize, and we pass in stackable weapon item. And now we do the same for the ammo, except this time we can just pass in the equipped ammo because it's already a stackable item. So we say self dot weapon inventory dot equipped ammo, and that should work. Okay, so we've got that. Now in inventory UI, we need to grab the let's rename this to weapon inventory. We need to grab the weapon inventory and initialize it. And that's as simple as setting weapon inventory based on the inventory. So when we, let's see, at onReady var, this should work, I think. Weapon inventory UI scene is container slash v box container slash weapon inventory slash weapon inventory. And then once we're ready, so inventory can't be null. We also want to assert that inventory.weapon inventory is not null. An inventory can't be null. And then let's say, just want to assert that weapon inventory UI scene does not equal null. Weapon inventory UI scene should not be null. And then we can go weapon inventory UI scene dot initialize, right? UI. Oh no, we just say, oh no, it's ready. Oh no, not initialize. We just want to set dot weapon inventory. Is that right? Equals self dot inventory dot weapon inventory. I think that's right. And so on the player, we're creating the inventory. I think on zombie as well, we should be good because we're by default in weapon inventory. No, not here. In inventory, we're guaranteeing that weapon inventory is not null. So this might work, although I'm sure I missed something. Okay. Invalid get index equipped weapon on base nil. Alright, so we are UI player weapon inventory. Wait, did I not oh. First of all, let's update this. Okay, I've got too many things now named the same thing, but this is technically UI focused. Invalid get index equipped weapon on base nil. So equipped weapon on base nil. Shouldn't this automatically be defined here? Because every inventory has a weapon inventory. So that equipped weapon is null, but that should be fine. Okay, so that's happening not on player actually. It's happening in a weapon inventory UI. Let's see. So are we're clearly not setting the weapon inventory UI with a weapon inventory. So an inventory UI. Wait, player. This is getting called from player inventory. So it should get initialized first, so the inventory should exist. And then it's saying that we're calling it oh, this ready doesn't happen yet actually, so you really hope this game has ducks in it. It doesn't have ducks yet, but my friends and I love ducks. We when we play Call of Duty, we use the duck skins. No ducks right now. It's basically for a little context, I'm building a playground to test out some game features because I'm learning how to build games and learning more about Godot. So right now I'm building a top-down game. Yeah, it doesn't have ducks yet, but it will. Top-down game where you can shoot zombies and stuff. You can only see them technically when your flashlight is on. So it's kind of the like basic mechanic right now. I built a chunking system, a save system. Recently been working on UI, having some errors here with the weapon inventory system that I've been building out as well. So just going through and debugging some of that. Okay, so we're running into an issue here where... Don't get too distracted. I'm making a game like Zombie Survivor. I don't know what Zombie Survivor is. There's so many games out there. Zombie Survivors. Never even heard about it. Ish, sort of. It's not really a game right now. It's more of a playground for building out different features, but oops, that's my calendar. Reminds you of Stick Arena. Yeah, I think I played Stick Arena way back in the day. Oh, I'm in the wrong tab. That's why. I was like, why am I seeing all this stuff? Yeah, was Stick Arena like a yeah, so I don't know exactly where I'm gonna take this playground right now for what I'm working on, but it's all in service of building a game in the future. All in service of that. Yeah, was it like a Flash game? Because if it was, I think I remember playing that way back in the day. Okay, so we're having an issue with things getting loaded in the wrong order right now. Specifically... weapon inventory hasn't been assigned yet here. So... because the child scenes get loaded in before the parent scenes. So that's gonna... the ready function in the weapon inventory UI is gonna happen before the normal inventory UI. So I guess the thing to do is in weapon inventory UI. I don't initialize these in ready. I instead do all of this in an initialize function. Although these scenes might not be ready. Oh, okay, no. So actually, So in initialize, we'll pass in a weapon inventory, turns void, and we'll say self.weapon inventory equals weapon inventory. And then we'll do this when it's ready. So when we're initializing the inventory UI here, we'll also want to set wait, this isn't gonna work. Hold on. Okay. So we might have to programmatically create weapon inventory, which might be fine now that I think about it. I don't think there's anything we're doing on the container here. So let's actually delete that. So what we will do is, instead of grabbing the weapon inventory UI scene, we'll just grab this weapon inventory. We want to preload weapon inventory UI scene. And then when we are ready, we'll say weapon inventory UI equals weapon inventory UI scene dot it's instantiate, and then weapon inventory UI dot initialize, and we'll pass in self dot weapon self dot inventory dot weapon inventory, and then add it as a child to weapon inventory scene dot add child weapon inventory UI. I think that might work. Because we initialize, then it'll be ready. So we'll see if this works. No. Attempt to call function add child and base null instance. Okay, weapon inventory scene is null. Why is that the case? So container, it's not container slash container, it's just container, vbox container, weapon inventory. Okay, so hopefully that works now. Let's close all those. There we go. Attempt to call function instantiate and base null instance on a null instance. Because I changed the name of that, so inventory UI, no, in weapon inventory UI, this is, no, in, what is this? Oh, it's weapon inventory item. Boy, my naming conventions are getting very bad. I updated this to just be UI slash weapon inventory. Let's give this another whirl. Did I just copy and paste something somewhere? I don't think so. Cool, so that works. But it's not saving for some reason. It does, however, think we have a weapon. So it's possible all the weapon logic is working properly. It's just not displaying in the UI properly. Okay, so when we boot up inventory UI, passing in the inventory, we're initializing the weapon inventory UI. So we're setting the weapon inventory here. So maybe the issue is, let's print out. Let's print out like the equipped weapon. Non-existent function initialize. Oops. Really? Wait. Okay, so I have a typo in here. Strange. Okay. Invalid get index equipped weapon on base nil. So why is weapon inventory nil? Why are we initializing this with a null weapon inventory? So let's print self.inventory.weapon inventory. And see what we get. Can I not see my console log anymore? Once it oh no, output. Okay, weapon inventory is a valid node. What if we print out equipped weapon? It says that's a node. Okay, let's print out the weapon name. Okay, so it thinks it's a rifle. Okay, so that's working as expected. So we know at this point here, wait. Sorry, we know at this point here that, because we're not, instantiate, initialize, we're passing in the weapon inventory. Oh, because we're printing out before we've set it. Okay. I don't think this solves our problem. Doesn't. Oh. So that's the issue. It still exists. So we are saving it. And actually, it's not being unsaved. So we just have infinite duplication here. I don't think I ever put rifle ammo in there. So there's also, yeah, an issue. These can't be. What am I doing? I'm not initializing this with anything. So it seems like when we're dragging and dropping, it's not actually updating. Oh, it's not updating the weapon inventory. But why does it? So weapon inventory item. So can drop data, get drag data. So wait, is this creating? Hold on, I think. So are we just not checking? Okay, so it looks like we're initializing. Where are we? Is that happening in the player, actually? Oh, okay, we are initializing something there. So that's expected. Except I don't really want to... Oh, no, I need to do that for now. Otherwise, we won't be able to shoot. So what really needs to happen is we need to update the label. Oops. So when we initialize these, wait, that's not right. Hold up. Okay, pull up weapon inventory UI. These are, what are these? Weapon inventory items. We should be updating the name, the text here, but we're not. Hey, Distant, welcome back. Okay, so we're not setting the text properly when the weapon inventory item is getting created. Probably because we're calling initialize after ready, so maybe we also need to do self.update item, pass in the item. There we go. Okay. So invalid set index text on base nil with value of type string. Okay, so now when we're doing the drag data and initializing, game UI label scene dot text does not exist. So we really only want to update. So let's say item name equals empty string. We'll instead set item name equal to that. And then we'll say if game UI label scene is not equal null, we'll set it to item name. So now in the case when we're initializing for the yeah, when we're initializing, we're not going to try to, yeah, this should work. Cool. So, okay, now there's nothing there as expected. And we can pass that in. That does get deleted, but we were expecting that to happen. Oops, and dragging into itself. I have not covered that case yet. Okay, so... Oh, but then it exists there again? Oh, no, because we aren't actually updating the weapon inventory itself. We're just updating the items. So now we need to connect back the... so we're signaling that the item was modified. So we're still doing that exactly the same. So back in weapon inventory UI, we need to connect item updated, and this takes in the item itself. So I don't love this, but for the moment, I'm gonna ooh, okay, hold on. This is starting to become a lot of layers of indirection. Not layers of indirection, but just layers to keep track of. So, so for the normal inventory UI, how are we handling? So update inventory nodes. What are we doing here? So I guess in inventory UI, we are technically updating the core inventory from the object that passed it in. So, I mean, in keeping with the same logic here, so if item doesn't equal null, we need to do some stuff. Otherwise, and we need to know what's being updated here. So we can say type is a string. Oh no, I guess actually, hold on. Oh yeah, we need to know if we're updating the weapon or the ammo, especially if it's null. So if type is weapon, else if type ammo, and in weapon inventory item, when we're emitting this, we also want to emit type, which is of type string. Shoot. Actually, let's just have two different emits. I'm realizing. Instead of emit item modified, say emit weapon modified and emit ammo modified. And this item should just be a weapon. Otherwise, it's a stackable inventory item. So it's okay. So then we need to update this. Are we able to keep track of that actually with? No. Allow weapon drop. What is this used for again? Okay, so this is saying if it's a weapon or not. So if it's a weapon, we'll say emit weapon modified. I mean, really, we should just say if data.get item is weapon. So this is kind of gross, but it's fine. This is why I'm building a playground for this stuff first, so I can get all my bad ideas out and learn how to do things a little better next time. What are you? Oh, how'd you get a 1 there? Okay, so oops. Hello. When we handle drag success, so we want to check if data.get item is weapon. Then we want to do basically the same thing here. Why are you yelling? Data. Oh, stackable item, was it? Yeah. Okay. Now we need to connect this in the weapon inventory UI. So we can say weapon updated, and then we'll have the same with ammo updated, except weapon updated takes a weapon, not a stackable inventory item. Hold on, did I leave? No, okay. No type here anymore. Okay, so if item does not equal null, actually, I think either way, oops, we just say self.weapon inventory.equipped weapon equals item. And then basically the same here for ammo. Oops. It really probably should be should just be storing the weapon as a stackable inventory item, but I didn't want it to be stacked, is the thing. Okay, so that'll update it, but will it update the scenes? I don't know. Let's give this a shot. Wow, does that actually work? No, okay, so it's not actually updating the weapon inventory properly. Oh, because we haven't connected it yet. So we say weapon inventory item scene dot connect, and it's called emit weapon modified with self.weapon updated. And then we'll do the same here for ammo. And connect emit ammo modified, which I also think is what I called it. Yes, with self.ammo updated. Okay, let's see if this works. No. Still infinite glitch there. Are these actually getting called is my next question. So we got some prints elsewhere. Let's stop printing here. Stop printing there. Stop printing that. I think I'm doing some in inventory UI. Okay, so print calling weapon updated with, we'll say print item. We'll do the same for ammo updated. Calling ammo updated with, let's see here. Calling ammo updated. Huh. Okay, so we're calling the ammo one, but not the rifle one for some reason. The weapon one. Self.weapon updated. Emit weapon modified. Emit weapon modified. Because first of all, this needs to be null, not stackable item. Can only equip weapon to weapon inventory dot equipped weapon. Are we trying? Yeah, we're trying to set it to null. Oh, okay. So in weapon inventory UI, assert that is equals null or. So that should handle that case. Wait, weapon inventory must exist. No, that's not the right spot. Hold on. It's here. Can only equip a weapon to weapon. Inventory.equipped weapon. So this is W equals null, or W is weapon. Is that right? Actually, we could just do the same thing here. If W does not equal null, then we want to validate that it's a weapon. Okay. All right, so it's probably another assertion here. Item must be valid and not null. And stackable inventory item. When we're reopening it from weapon inventory UI. So we're setting, so equipped weapon was null. We closed the UI, we opened it back up, and then we got this error. Oh, because equipped weapon is null. Oops. So we only want to initialize with stackable weapon item if equipped weapon is not null. Okay, so we'll say equals null, and then if self.weapon inventory dot equipped weapon does not equal null, then we say stackable weapon item equals that. Otherwise, that gets initialized with null, which I think is weapon inventory item. I think we're allowing that. Yes, that works. And I think we want to do the same with ammo here. Although is this also gonna yell? I don't think so, because the underlying item is not going to be null. It's just this whole thing's going to be null. So I think that's okay. Try this again. Open it back up, and now it's empty. There's nothing there. Nothing there, nothing there. Assign, assign. Oops. And we lost the rifle. Okay, so we're not setting it properly when we're dragging it in. So we're calling weapon updated with null, but we're not calling weapon updated with the actual weapon. So where are we? If data.get, maybe it's to do with this. Oh. Huh. So let's print out get item. Let's print data.get item dot. Oh wait, we're supposed to be sending, that's why. We're just supposed to be sending the item here. Wish there was typing on these emits. Just the item, not the stackable item inventory. So that's why, maybe that's why this isn't getting called, because it's being called with the wrong thing. Let's see if that works. Okay, so that works. That works. That works. Cool. So what happens if I drag here? Does that become 20? No, it's still 10. So those aren't getting stacked properly. So we still have 10 ammo. So hold on, let me try this again. I want to see. Okay, so our total does actually go down to 0, which is cool. So if we drag this in and then try to reload. Okay, so we just need to like hook up game UI, the total to what's in this node here. We also ideally want to show how much is in that node so we can see how much ammo you have. Did this also get up? Ooh, wait a sec. Just got an error. Amount must be greater than 0, otherwise we should remove this. Okay, so all right, so we need to handle some other stuff here. Great. So let's first display how much you have in the weapon inventory item when it's just the ammo. So when we're updating the text here, if that's not null, so if I is ammo, otherwise we want to say item name equals I dot get name plus x plus I dot get amount, right? No, sorry. Self dot stackable item dot get amount, and that needs to be a string. Cool, so that should at least show the ammo amount there. Let's put a space before this. Okay, let's drag this out. So that's fine. Can reload. That shows 2. That also shows 2. So these might, are these the same? Those might literally be the same objects. So because of that, let's go ahead and wait, am I initializing the, yeah, okay. I'm initializing the player inventory with the player weapon inventory. I don't really want to. So we'll not do that. Because I think we were adding those both to the normal inventory. Yeah, we were. So that's why that was happening. So now we shouldn't be able to shoot. Count and total just show up empty, which is fine. We Okay, so I guess by default the rifle has ammo in it, which is not unreasonable, but it wasn't what I was expecting. So if we put more ammo, then we have 8. We get down to nothing. Oh, it does actually disappear. Why was it yelling? It might have been yelling because of the duplicate here. It wasn't getting updated in the inventory. Okay, that's actually cool. So now we can come over to the zombie. We should be able to pull over ammo. So we have no ammo. We should be able to pull over this 100 ammo here and reload. Sweet. Oh my god. Let's go. So every zombie right now has 100 rifle ammo just because we're hard coding it. But wow, it's been a handful of streams trying to get to this point here where we can like pick up ammo from a zombie and like add it to our own. Okay, so now I need a way to merge these rather than just completely deleting it. Okay, so I'm doing that in inventory UI, inventory item button. So let's see, there's something about handles adding stacks together and validates they aren't the same instance, so we can't duplicate items. So if the item ID is equal to the item ID and the instance ID is not equal. Okay, so this actually handles not being able to drop on itself. So that's fine. I think we handle that here as well. We might actually, hold on, do we handle that? What if I come in here? No, we're not handling that. So it's deleting itself. So for both of these, if it's null or if the item ID equals the same item, okay, so let's say if self.stackable item equals null, we can definitely return true. Otherwise, so if self.stackable item equals null, okay, and so in here we're also saying if the instance ID does not equal the instance ID, so we do want to do the same thing here. So I think we should be able to just rip it directly with this. Oops, not there. Go there. Okay, so now we shouldn't be able to drop this on itself, which is good. Let's attach our rifle, go to a zombie. Let's put the rifle ammo there. Okay, so no, that's just overwriting it. So I have somewhere in code, and I just need to find it now. There's a location where instead of, actually I could probably go to the generic inventory And when I do add item to slot. But there's no add item to slot for the weapon inventory right now. Because I think weapon inventory, we're just literally assigning it. So I think here, if a dot get instance ID hold on. If a dot get item ID equals the current self equipped item, or I mean equipped ammo, dot get item ID, instead of just assigning it, we want to say equipped ammo dot amount plus equals a dot amount. That might work. Non-existent function get item in base nil. Oh, okay. So we actually want to say if equipped ammo is null, then equipped ammo equals A, and then otherwise add to the amount there. Let's see. This will cause a bug if you try dragging a different ammo type on. But I guess actually then we would say if equipped ammo is null or equipped ammo dot get item ID does not equal a dot get item ID. This might, let's see. Will this cause a bug if A is null? A is null. Why would A be null? A would be null if we're moving the ammo off of the slot. So really, there's got to be an easier way to do this. So if A is null, then we just set equipped ammo equal to A. Otherwise, I don't love that, but I think it'll work. Okay, so let's open this up. Push in rifle ammo. That's not working. Still. Okay. So this is false in that case. Okay, so let's see if we get a print statement there. Need to attach a rifle. Then we will add that there. Add that there. Godot. Adding amounts together. Stackable inventory item set is 110. So why is it only showing up as 100? Probably because we're assigning equipped ammo. Hold on. If I close this and open it back up, now it says 110. Okay, so that's just a UI bug. So the underlying stuff is working properly. We just weapon inventory UI, weapon inventory item. Or so we're updating the label with okay, so when we're, let's see. So we're updating the item at drop. Then shouldn't we be I wonder if we can set the item here. And say like weapon inventory item scene dot update item. Set it with item and then do the same for ammo. It's a little redundant. Wait, update item should take though a oops. Stackable item, right? Not a weapon. So we need to do this whole thing again, which I don't love, but so I'll actually say if item does not equal null, we instead do item. Let's see if this makes the text update properly. So we need to attach, give ourselves a rifle. Come over here, assign ammo. No, it doesn't, still doesn't work. That actually made things worse. So let's back all of that out. Soldering iron, how's it going? Okay, so we need a way to trigger again, because the inventory item button's label gets updated like with whatever doesn't. It's not actually getting updated again once like the Oh, wait, no, maybe this was fine, except we don't update with item. We then need to update with self.weapon inventory.equipped ammo. So weapon should be fine like this. Or we actually don't even need to do this for weapon. It's just ammo. So we add it here, and then we need to update it here. So let's attach the rifle. Let's go to the zombie. If we add ammo here, there we go. Now it's working. So now we see we have 110 ammo, and that's all working properly. Okay, we made it. We made it. That worked. Let's also validate that for whatever reason we didn't break this. So that works too. We're out of ammo because it's not attached. So we can reload now. Awesome. So some weird UI wonkiness up here in the top left, but we got things working like we wanted. Added and hooked up weapon inventory to player or to characters and handled edge cases. All right. Cool. So let's just walk through everything again. So now we have a system where you can attach a weapon, you can attach ammo, and then you can finally, for the first time in a long time, get more by looting zombies. Remind me what happens when I do this. Okay, it still deletes a rifle, but that's okay. There's doesn't really matter that much. And if I do this and then that, oh, it still has two. That's interesting. I wouldn't have expected that actually. Okay, now it's one. So it must just be a UI thing. All right, so now we're got ourselves in a situation where, wait. No, I think we're good. Cool. Awesome. All right. So we're at a point where there's something that's actually kind of playable. Not that you can really do anything in the game yet, but we are making progress. So I think I'm gonna hop off the stream now. Been going for just a little over an hour and a half. Gonna go get myself some food. But, oh, right, I wanted to test that. Okay, so you can put it into a zombie and inventory and it stays there. Cool. And the game crashes when you die. Okay, great. Whoops, that's weird. So we... Oh, what's up, Wizard? So I'm a software engineer. I've been working professionally in the industry for the last 8 years. And over the last few weeks, I've been documenting my game dev learning process. So I'm building out myself a playground to test different features for a game that I might build in the future. And yeah, so that's really what I've been doing on stream lately. A lot of it in recent times has been working on different inventory pieces. So I just got a weapon system working where you can you basically have to attach yourself a weapon and then attach the corresponding ammo, and then you can shoot these zombies, which you can technically only see when you have your flashlight on, but right now I just have debug values on so I can see everything all the time. We've got this dual inventory system where you can drag and drop and combine items of the same type. And I've built a chunking system. Oops, out of ammo. I've built a chunking system, so if I zoom out here, oops, you can see that as I move left and right, new chunks load in, other chunks load out. And then I've also built a save system, which I need to, I'm realizing, integrate the inventory into, so that when you load up a game, you still have the same inventory. As well as I think the dead zombies will disappear on game load as well. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. I just finished fixing up the weapon system so that this actually works now. And I think from here, it's got to do some save stuff, but then I'll start adding, I think, more items, more weapons, some foliage, buildings, you know, maybe add like a mini map just to show that I've, you know, can build something like that. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. Just here streaming, coding, answering people's questions. But I am about to hop off. I usually stream, I've been trying to stream every day for at least an hour, hour and a half, usually 2 hours. I stream like midday PST right now. But sometimes in the evenings, depending on how much I have going on. And I'll probably be streaming on weekends too, so feel free to pop on by next time you're here. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I've played like 10 minutes of Project Zomboid. I can't say I've taken inspiration from it, but it does kind of have that same vibe. Thanks, Daniel. Yeah, it's been fun to build, and glad you guys are enjoying watching. And yeah, over the coming days and weeks, I'll be adding more features and stuff, and I'm really not expecting this to be anything that like anyone else can play, because I haven't really given the time to it to like flesh out gameplay mechanics and stuff. It's really just to like figure out how to do certain things so that when I go to build a game, I know how to. So we'll see how far I take this. I'm gonna spend some time not on stream over the next, you know, weeks and months thinking about something that I might want to build. I've been really enjoying Brotato. There's a game called Halls of Torment, which is similar to like Brotato, Vampire Survivors. Have really loved Binding of Isaac. So I'm trying to get inspiration from those games, and so I might build like a, you know, auto scroll, or like you control the character, but it kind of shoots, and then, you know, it's a bit like roguelite and programmatically generated stuff. And so I don't know, we'll see what I end up doing, but something probably along those lines, like top down 2D kind of view. Maybe bullet hell, we'll see. Thanks guys, I appreciate it. But yeah, with that, I'm going to hop off. So if you enjoyed the stream, be sure to subscribe, hit the like button. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then Saturday.